Hey guys, it's your favorite real estate investor, Brian Davila, and today I am interviewing my friend JJ Jara. He's going to be sharing how he's buying multifamily properties in Cleveland, Ohio. He's also going to be sharing how to find your why and how to use that in your business to help you stay consistent and constantly grow. But before we get to the interview, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out with the YouTube algorithm, and it would help more people find my channel. All right, and if you learn anything from this video, make sure to leave it in the comments below. I would really appreciate that, guys. All right, so let's get to the interview. All right, guys, so today I am interviewing JJ Jara. He is a real estate sales coach. He is also the lead manager and part owner of Ambiance Real Estate in Corona, California. We're going to talk about how to find your why and how to use it to scale your business. And we're also going to touch on how JJ has accumulated 12 doors in Cleveland in the last 3 months. So we'll talk about cash flow a little bit. But how are you doing, JJ?
I'm doing great. Excited for this podcast. I know your podcast, your YouTube, and everything's blowing up. So I'm super excited to be part of it.
Yeah, and you're probably the best dressed guest I've had so far. So I'll send you a trophy.
Will do. Awesome, man.
All right, but let's get straight to the why. So, what is your why, and how do people find their why?
Absolutely, brother. Great question. So the why is so important, brother. I
Mhm.
feel that with this whole pandemic and everything that we're going through right now in 2020, it's a pretty interesting moment, brother. A pretty interesting moment indeed. And with a lot of people coming into the industry, there's a lot of other people going out of the industry.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe that the reason people are going out of the industry, quitting in the best freaking time, in my personal opinion, to do real estate, the number one reason they're quitting is because their why was not big enough.
Hmm.
And the why was not big enough from the beginning.
Yeah.
See. I remember, Brian, when I first were working on getting my license, and I remember waiting for my exam date. You know how you're supposed to pass the test and all that good stuff, and then you wait for the state to give you your exam date. And I
Yeah.
was waiting for my exam date, and while I was waiting for my exam date, I was working already on my 12 months ahead, as if I was in real estate already.
Hmm.
I was putting a plan together on how I wanted to dress, how
Hmm.
my business cards were going to look, whether I was going to have a picture, how I was going to post on my picture like this,
Yeah.
I mean, like all that good stuff, right, brother? And
Yeah.
and the reason I was doing that is because I knew exactly the reason, the why I was doing what I was doing.
Hmm.
And so that has helped me in the last 6 years, ever since I started doing real estate. That has helped me stay on target,
Hmm.
stay focused, stay hungry.
Hmm.
And that right there, brother, I tell you right now, that's, I believe, in my personal and humble opinion, that a lot of the reason that why a lot of people are exiting is because their why was not big enough from the get-go. See,
Hmm.
if your why is big enough, brother, like, let's say, because I know you're a family man too,
Hmm.
let's say your number one why is your family.
Hmm.
If your number one why is your family, you're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that your family are good. You're gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Hmm.
No if or buts. Pandemic, no pandemic.
Yeah.
Market going up, going down.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter. You're gonna do what it takes to make sure that your why, I mean your family, are well taken care of. Yes or no?
Yeah. So in the beginning, my first why was actually my mom, because she raised me, and single mom, watched her struggle, watched her cry, not being able to pay the bills. So that, because that was before my two youngest kids, but I had my
Mm,
older son. But that was my first real why. I was like, dude, I gotta I gotta take care of her because
yes.
I watched her work two jobs. I watched the struggle carrying me and my little sister after working 2 jobs back to our apartment. I remember that. So that was my original first why. And that's what
Yeah.
pushed me, you know.
And see, so see, when you have your why is big enough, bro, and it
Hmm.
really means something to you. Doesn't matter what happens or what you go through, what you have to do, just
Hmm.
make it happen. You
Yeah.
see? And so having a why, my why has always been my family.
Hmm.
My why has always been my family.
Hmm.
And so coming into this industry, I believe that if you have a big why and your why is big enough, doesn't matter what happens, you're gonna be okay. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you, brother, in my 6 years in doing real estate, this year 2020 has been my biggest year ever.
Yeah.
When
And that's
people are
crazy.
quitting, when
Hmm.
people are quitting, I'm winning. Why?
Yeah.
I made a decision, brother. I made a decision when the whole lockdown happened. They
Hmm.
they they instructed everyone to lock themselves in, to not do anything. I did the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I went home that day and I sent my family. I have my son, he's 24. My daughter, middle daughter, she's April, she's 21, and then my youngest, she's 20. And so I sent a group text to the whole family. We're in a family group text, and I sent everyone group text, and I said a mandatory family Zoom call meeting today at 8:30 p.m. Do not
Hmm.
miss it. Mandatory.
Hmm.
And so I remember that same day, the same night, we all jumped on Zoom call, and I told everyone, right now is going to define us as family, and it's going to define us as a individual and business too. We're going to have options. Either we're going to retract or we're going to attack. What are we going to do? So I literally had the whole family, brother, write down a 3 month, 90-day business plan on what we had to do for the next 90 days. And in the very same moment, Brian, the very same moment, everyone, we talked about what we're going to do. What if this happens? What if that happens? What are we going to do? And we decided to attack.
Hmm.
And because of that decision, that one decision, because we decided to attack rather than to retract, we have made, and I say we, the whole family has made 2020 our best year ever, man.
Yeah. And one thing that I respect a lot about you is your family and your business are like this, right? Your
Yeah.
kids are with you in the office, your wife is with you in the office. You guys are moving as one. Your Instagram post, your daughters are on your Instagram post, you're on your kids' Instagram post. It's not separate. And I wish I need to work on that, but that's one big thing that I respect about you a lot is your family and business are like this. It looks like everyone's having a good time. You guys are all on the same page. Like you said, you called a meeting, you spoke to your family, and that's something that is very special. And I think nobody should take that for granted and make sure they could try to implement that in their family also. When hit the fan, you're like, hey, we have a meeting. Everyone needs to be there. You know,
100%, 100%, bro. See, you got to keep in mind, Brian. We're in the same industry. You know that real estate could take and could literally can take you out if
hmm.
if if you're not mentally fit.
Hmm.
And real estate, and let's not mention any names, but how many people can you think of that real estate people that are in the real estate industry has fell with their kids,
Hmm.
with their wives, with their husband, with their marriages.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people that you and I know,
Yeah.
and so I believe. Listen, I believe that somewhere along the way, their why was not big enough, and if their why was their family, they allow the business aspect or other things to be more important, become more important, and
Hmm.
that's when they lost it. I do not want to be like that, bro. You said it a minute ago. My family, it's everything, bro. I go, they go. They go, we go. Like to me, my biggest why is my family. And
Yeah.
so when you get in this industry, you gotta have your why so clear, crystal clear, That doesn't matter what happens. You're gonna know that if your family's your why, you're gonna stay close. You're gonna stay bonded. You all roll, or no one rolls. That's
Yeah.
how it is. Because instead of making it, instead of going apart or falling apart, the bond becomes stronger, brother.
Yeah.
See, now you're doing things that your kids will want to do when they grow up. That's how my kids got into the business, because they see me, they
Hmm.
saw me perform, they saw me do this, and the next thing you know, they're not wanting to go to college. They want to do real estate.
Yeah.
You see that? And
Yeah.
but see, I had my why very clear since day one, bro.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
now they're seeing it too, and they're bought into it. They believe in it the same way I believe in it, and that's why you see us all over social as we are. That's no front, by the way. Everything's
No.
real, bro. Like
No.
everything's real.
Yeah. I could tell that it's real because, like, I told you last time when we were talking on Instagram, I'm like, you're posting pizza, and a lot of people out here are only posting a salad, but you know what I mean? That's not,
That's not real.
yeah,
That's not real.
that's
Come
not
on,
real.
bro. Come on. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So you keep it real. You post you staying late, you post, all types of stuff. You post your family members' tortilla company. Like you're keeping it 100 on and it's legit family.
It is.
You're not trying to post this, oh, I got a perfect life. I got this, I got that, everything's all great. You're posting your family, you're posting your working, everything's integrated. So, and you also talk about you don't want to lose your family because you're so focused on real estate. And that's huge too. I didn't almost lose my family, but I went through a stage where I was putting real estate before my family.
Yeah.
100%. I was like, okay, this year, let's just say it was 2018. I'm gonna go all in on real estate. And after that, then I'm gonna come back to my family. But, my health got messed up. My family, my wife is like, you're not even here.
Yeah.
Even my father-in-law told me before we were at the table eating, and he was like, you're not even here right now.
Wow.
We could tell you're not here. But
Yeah.
I at the time I was like, I'm gonna go all in, and I'm not, BSing. I was all in. No sports, no gym, no nothing, just real estate. But now I realize, okay, that's not, you know, if that's not the right way to do it. But
Yeah.
so the second thing I wanted to talk to you about, right now we're obviously going through a crazy time, and you are doing the opposite, flying across the country, you know, not staying at home, buying doors during this pandemic, right? The last 3 months we have been in a pandemic. Why did you do that? Why are you buying doors right now? The media is saying, but JJ, the market's going to crash. The market's going to crash, JJ. You have to wait. Why don't you wait until the market crashes to start buying doors?
Yeah. I'm glad you brought it up, Brian.
Hmm.
Look, brother, there's I believe that people in general, we've been we've been mentally uh we've been mentally told to wait
Hmm.
for the right moment, to wait for the right time, to wait for to be perfect, to wait
Hmm.
for the pandemic to be over, to wait for nothing to go wrong.
Hmm.
We've been positioned to wait, to become waiters. And I have chosen through the great mentors that I have and I've had. I've been positioned, and I've been brainwashed to believe that there is no such thing as a perfect moment. There's
Hmm.
no such thing as the perfect opportunity. No, no, no. I create the perfect moment, the right opportunity.
Hmm.
So again, when everyone's going left, I chose to go right.
Hmm. Hmm.
See, everyone's going left, bro. Yeah, no, I'm not cool with that.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go right. Why? Because I believe that when people are retracting, it's the time for me to capitalize. Listen, bro, I heard this a while back in the last recession, back
Hmm.
in 2007, 2000. I heard someone on the radio say that during recessions and during down economies,
Hmm.
that was the time that more millionaires were made during recessions.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about that, bro. And I said, man, why is that? And then he went on saying, well, think about this. When going downhill, when hitting the fan, when you don't have the luxuries that used to be before, when you have to survive, you have to get creative. You have to innovate.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find ways to make it happen. And so that's when people actually start thinking and start creating and start innovating. And that's when people blow up. So a lot of people are made, millionaires are made during the recessions. And that always stuck in my head, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so when this whole thing happened, I was like, man, this must be my time. I ain't going down.
Yeah.
Not again, bro. Keep in mind, last recession, I lost everything, bro. I filed bankruptcy. I lost all my properties. I lost all my capital. I lost everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so this time I said, no. I ain't going down like that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going right instead of going left. And so I decided to, instead of waiting for the right moment, I decided to go against all the odds.
Mm. Okay. So yeah, I mean,
and look, so look, either go or follow the crowd or go and go after what you believe. I believe deeply in what I'm doing, brother. And because of that, I've flown to Ohio like 3-4 times the last 2-3 months to acquire properties. When everyone's saying, wait, the market's gonna crash, bro, I do real estate. I know the market's gonna crash.
Yeah.
I fucking sell real estate every day. I know it's gonna crash. However, I'm not buying those properties because I'm waiting for the return of the appreciation. I'm not buying those properties because of that. I'm flying out to a different state to buy properties for the rental monthly cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm buying properties, because even though the properties are high on price right now, the cash flow, the rental is great.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people are holding back. Okay, well, hold back. In the year or 2 or 3 years that you wait for the economy to crash and the market to go down, bro, I've already got 100 units.
Yeah. So you've closed on half of them already. The other half are in escrow to close.
Correct.
Once they're all closed, what kind of cash flow are you looking at?
Yeah, bro. So my first initial goal was to buy 5 duplexes by the end of 2020, which is like in a matter of 3 or 4 months, which is equal to 10 doors.
Yeah.
That was my first goal. In my mind, it was just like, man, I just want to get me 10 doors.
Yeah.
Just because people are saying you can and you shouldn't, let me show you I can and I will.
Yeah.
You see that? That's just a game I play with myself, bro. Right? And so my goal is to get that, which it seems like for sure we're gonna make that happen. And then my next goal for 2021 is to have a total of 40 doors, a minimum of 20 properties, duplexes that are going to give me a minimum of 40 doors. Now, based on the rental, the cash flow on each property that I'm underwriting, I'm looking and I'm buying properties that are going to cash flow me at least $500 a month per unit.
Per unit. Wow.
Okay. Now, I just closed on a triplex last Friday, and that property, there's 3 units, and that's going to cash flow me a little over $1,500 a month, over $1,500 a month. So my goal is to have a great cash flow coming into me through those rentals, and the goal that I'm after is $10,000 a month of cash flow, of just that money flowing into my bank account on a monthly basis. That's my number one goal in the next few months.
So I was looking at my calculator. I was trying to calculate. So with 12 doors, you're trying to make $6,000 a month cash flow.
Yeah, right? $5,000 to $6,000. Correct.
Okay. Is that net or is that gross?
That's net, brother.
Net. Ooh, net. That's net.
That's net. But see, you and I were in California. Some of the people are going to be watching or listening to the podcast. They're going to be in different states. We're in California. We sell real estate in California. We know, Brian, that with $15,000, $20,000 to buy a multi-unit here in California, that's unrealistic right now. That's like almost impossible, right? So you could scratch that off. But not only that, think about like in order for you to buy a duplex here in California, in order for that duplex to make you $250 each door net, you have to really dig for it.
Yeah.
You have to like really.
It's impossible. And unless
it's kind of like
a duplex, let's just say in Whittier is what, 600?
650, 700?
Like you're going to pay $650,000 to you're going to gain that much debt to try to make $500. It doesn't make sense. It
doesn't add up, bro. I did the math here in California. It did not add up.
No, it's tough.
And that's why I decided, bro, against all the odds, against the pandemic and don't travel and all this other stuff that people are talking about, bro. I'm like, this, man. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going. Like my wife, see, that's going back to my wife's big enough, bro. I know what I need to do to leave a family legacy, brother.
Yeah.
A family legacy. That's what I'm after. I'm after a family legacy where my kids don't ever have to go through the shit I went through growing up. And that's what I'm after. I'm just, I'm looking at your sign that you have in the back, Mamba mentality. I'm just like, I'm getting to get the F out of my way. Either help me or get the F out of my way.
Yeah.
Help me, contribute, cheer me up, or get the F out of my way, man. I know what I want, bro. That's my why. My why is a family legacy, brother. I want my kids to know exactly what I'm doing. That's why I'm flying them out there with me, because I want to see how I'm buying these properties, how I'm underwriting the properties, how I'm talking to the tenants, how I'm setting up the property management, how I'm doing the repairs, how I'm meeting with the contractors. I wanted to learn the business, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are going to run. They're going to take over the business when I'm gone, when my wife is gone. They're going to take over. Their kids are going to take over. It's a legacy, brother. It's building a family legacy. That's what I'm after.
That's huge. And the last thing I want to say before I wrap this up is when I was a buyer's agent or like a regular realtor, and people would come into the open houses and they would try to lecture me on why the market's going to crash. This has been going on since 2015. People have been saying, the market's going to crash. I'm going to wait. The market's going to crash. I'm going to wait. I always say waiting is not a business plan. You can't wait your way to success. That's not a business plan. So, waiting is not a business plan. Remember that.
It really isn't.
I'm going to have you on here again. And I really appreciate you jumping on and sharing everything about your family, your cash flow. I'm going to leave your Instagram handle, your YouTube channel, everything in the description below. And then thank you again. I really appreciate you coming on, JJ.
You're very welcome, brother. If I may, before we wrap it up, as you know, part of me going to Cleveland, Ohio is to not only build a family legacy, but also teach other people on how they could also build a family legacy for themselves and their family. So I've actually put a online course together, brother, that I'll give you the handle, and that way you can put it on for your audience. If they want to purchase the online course on how you could also start investing in Cleveland, Ohio, then click on the link. I'm sure we're going to put it on here.
Yeah.
And send me a DM. Let's get you guys going. I'm telling you right now, guys, I'm doing it. And Brian, look, that's why I'm doing this. Everything I do and everything I coach and I train people, I do. I can't and I will never tell someone to do something I've never done or I'm doing myself. And so me going out there and putting my money where my mouth is exactly for people to know that, man, this dude is not only telling me and showing me how to do it, he's actually doing it. So, you know what I mean? That's very important for me to do. So let's make sure we share that link if you would, brother.
Yeah,
but other than that, I appreciate you for having me on your podcast, man. Keep up the great work. Keep up flipping those freaking properties. And it was great working with you on that last deal, by the way.
Yeah, we closed the deal. JJ and his lender, hit a home run. Easiest transaction I've had this year. So I appreciate that. And I'll have you on again. All right. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.